Peter Mikula and I'm fishing the PVTV team from Romania. Our keeper is Pongras Norbert, Zoltan Emeti, just to change some baits. And a few minutes ago we caught over 10 kilo fish. It was a very interesting action because our colleagues was in the water and the fish take the line, and I was very needed to act alone. That I keep the net, the landing net, I keep the rod and going in the water like you saw, and it was a very nice playing with the fish. And we caught a very nice Bolsena carp. I think it's 15, 14 kilo. I'm very happy. We are fishing in a PVTV section, number 15. It seems to be a good spot. Let's see. Till now we have 18 fish caught, and in total the weight is more than 160 kilograms. I hope to be in the first place in this championship, and I'm very happy. And all the best for everyone, and very good Bolsena.
Henny, congratulations. We just come over here to congratulate you for having caught the biggest fish of the event so far. You've fished in a few of the World Carp Classics before. How are you finding this particular lake?
For me, it is the best swim we ever had. I think this, we didn't know, it looks funny, but we thought it's going to be a bad swim because everybody told us this side is not good. So as we went into the water, we saw the fish finder told us something different. So we're really impressed with the swim. And we don't know if it's a winning swim, but maybe we can work out something. And we have a nice game plan, a 100-meter swim and a 200-meter swim. So
right.
Put a lot of bait and try to keep our enemies on the side.
Henny, you and your team from South Africa have won a couple of other World Championship events. What would it mean to you? You haven't won this one. What would it mean for you to win this?
I told Andres, if you can win this one, this will be the cherry on the cake. You know, Tim Paisley told me once, listen guys, you are fishing the mini leagues and do well. We will fish the big leagues and we will win. But one day I want to do something special. I must look down on the podium on him. Not because it's just something special. Tim Paisley is our idol in South Africa, and I think he's the best angler in the world for me. And because he's so special, he can talk to me like that, and I take it in the stride. And I think Tim can take this from me today.
That's great. Well, look, I think over the years you've fished in a few of the World Carp Classics, and you've got some great fish as well. But I think one of the things that there is about this event is the fact that, you know, there are fish being caught during the day. Certainly for the last few years, they've been traditionally they've been caught at night. Yeah. What sort of tactics are you using?
We hope running for the basics. We have a very simple. In South Africa we fish sweet, and in Europe we call it savory.
Right.
So
right.
we have a savory plan, one on the nearby and one very far away. So we want to cut off our enemies on the side, our friends
right.
from Spain and from Germany.
Right.
So we bait up enough to, you know, maybe the fish will come to us first.
Sure.
And there's nothing special in the water. It's structure, very few, and I think the fish are swimming around in herds and shoals. And we have to keep them here when they come.
Sure. Well, look, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to coming down here again. And,
thanks for a nice event. We really appreciate it. Even if we catch nothing, we still enjoy it.
5.4 kilo, common.
Another small one.
6 today.
Well, there's been so many fish reported back in. It's really kind of hard to actually keep up to see who's actually in the lead at the moment. It really is quite staggering. You go somewhere and then there's a report of 4, 5 or 6 fish being reported back in. So that I have absolutely no idea at this precise moment in time who is in the lead. Well, we're here to weigh one of the fish that was reported in, and Radu has finally caught a fish in the World Carp Classic at Lake Bolsena. We're just about to get the fish weighed and see how big it is. But did it put up a good fight, Radu?
I'm very lucky and very happy in the catch last night to fish.
Right.
Yeah, it's very bad weather.
Right.
Tonight it's not possible to go to wood. The landing to fish and take the bank.
Right, so you played it from the shore. Yeah. Crikey. Let's see how big this fish is, and we'll get it weighed. But it's very long.
Yeah, it's very long. No catch in my life
fish so long?
The long fish.
We've just been to registration and HQ to see what fish have been caught overnight. There's been loads of fish. By the middle of last night, there's been well over 100 fish caught, which is fantastic. So if it carries on that way, the amount of fish caught, the total number of fish caught record is certainly be broken this year. But we're in the process of going around and actually photographing and filming the fish that have been caught and been sacked for us overnight. And we've just weighed one and seen one that was fantastic. They're very, very long, really, really long fish here. So we're going to carry on round and see a few more fish, and there's been some stunning ones caught. One of the things about this lake, which I mentioned earlier on, was the fact that the majority of the fish, 99% of the fish in this lake are commons, carp. And but overnight last night, there was a 22-kilo mirror caught. So that in itself was fantastic. We've got some photographs of that, and I really look forward to seeing those a bit later on. But let's go and see some of the other fish that have been caught. There have been so many caught all over the lake. It's really, really tremendous. Couldn't wish for better. Well, we've just come down to actually sort of see there was a double capture out on this particular peg. The first fish was caught last night at about 11 o'clock, and the second fish was caught at 5 o'clock this morning. Two fantastic fish, and on top of that there was another fish that they caught which has already been released. These guys are fishing, there's about 150 metres out, there's a big shelf that drops right the way down. But what they were able to do after they hooked the fish, they were very fortunate because the fish came up rather than actually went down to the bottom, because otherwise the lines could have got snagged and they could have lost the fish. But the wind has been blowing in this particular section of the lake, and as a result of that it's certainly been the favourite side. But the weather conditions at Lake Bolsena, they change a lot. The wind changes direction, so at the moment, for the last couple of days, it's been blowing in this direction, but this afternoon it's supposed to be veering off into a different direction. So it's going to be interesting to see if the fish really do follow the wind on this lake. I seem to be coming down to this peg quite a lot. So what's been going on? You seem to have had a few fish down here.
Yeah, we seem to have found a good area out there. There's fish moving in quite regularly now. It's working pretty well for us. Yeah, the rods keep going. Not massive fish, but we're building up a good number. Hopefully the big ones will follow.
That's 6 now?
Yeah, 6 fish, lost 2. So the average is quite good.
Right.
Only problem is a lot of this stuff.
This weed?
Yeah.
So when the fish are actually getting in there, this is a sort of weed that's actually out there. What are the techniques that you've got?
I mean, people use varying techniques. Some people go out in the boat and get on top of it. Obviously the fish will then come up without having to drag it right through a weed bed.
Yeah.
But we haven't got quite enough out there to do that. We're literally just playing them from the bank. Yeah. English style.
Oh, right. Okay, so you're not actually going out in the boat and bringing them up that way?
Unless we really have to. I mean, if the lead is dumped, they don't get stuck for too long.
Right.
And just keep steady pressure on, and the fish actually, when it moves, freeze the weed. And
you kind of do that because, you know, what's the point in playing fish out over your swim?
Sure.
It's going to spook other fish out the swim.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
As much as possible, we stay on the bank. We just give it, you know, this sort of tried and tested technique, and it seems to be working. Like I say, you know, we've lost 2, and you are going to lose some. You've got to. There's tons of that stuff out there.
Right, well that's those fish weighed. It's 2 fantastic fish again, so let's go back and see what the leaderboard's doing.
Hello guys, I'm Emiliano Gabrielli, the Italian organizer of World Carp Classic now. We stay in the area of Montefiascone, SBS sector. No, it's so lucky sector. Anyway, this Italian guy, feed out guy, have caught 3 carps. At the moment, the first of the sector. Hey, how many carps were lost?
We lost 2 fish, one yesterday night and one this morning, and but was I think one was a good fish. The second we don't feel because it was stuck in the bottom, so we don't know what's happened really. We hope to catch more fish now. I think with this weather everything is perfect. We have a big storm before and now good weather. I think we can catch more for sure.
Okay, well done guy. Good luck. Good luck.
We have also good boys to catch good carp. So
I'm here with Roberto Ripamonti and of course Emiliano Gabrielli. And Roberto, we're in Italy, World Carp Classic here for the first time. What do you think?
Very, very happy, because for us as Italians, you know, we got into carp fishing world just 20 years ago, so we are pretty young. I mean, and when we got into carp fishing for the first time, we were dreaming about, you know, English world, you know, people like you or many others, you know, Tim Pasley, Rod Hutchinson, and so on. And then we grow up very quickly. I mean, 20 years is a very short length of time. Now we are here. We have plenty of opportunity, plenty of waters. Unfortunately, we still don't have the right regulation to help fishing, general fishing, to grow up, you know, on a better way. But we are working very hard to change the politics mentality.
Sure.
And this is a very important step.
We have to fight all together.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing I've noticed is there is such a strong will for everybody to make this work, and I think here for the first time organising, it's such a massive lake.
Yes, is something huge, something very difficult. I must say, when I first read about World Classic Carp on Bolsena, I thought it's gonna be very hard, very tough. But you are doing very well. This is a proof of that, you know. Many carp angler, media, press, a lot of pressure on fishing, and this will help us a lot. You know, I think finally politicians will understand how positive fishing is. For the big benefits can be from an economical point of view, from the people here in Bolsena or in Montefiascone or somewhere. Tourism. This is what we need, you know.
Sure.
And the World Classic Carp is a big help.
The rod was in the water 4 hours ago with new NV boilies from Richworth. So we put it out a bit out of the peg because we have 3 rods on the pegs and one a bit on the underside of it. And this one gets NV and got far away, very far away on the left side of the peg. So that's a very big fish for us. We're happy because 3 days we've got rain, and right now we've got sun, fish, and that's very good. With Sylvain got a bit of hard fighting with this one because it was a bit far away, and with the boat, which is not very good at the moment, that was difficult for him.